Do native English speakers sound too fast? Do you struggle to catch every word? The problem isn't your ears, it's how your brain processes English. In this video, I'll show you how to train your brain to better understand fast English. Let's get started with my first top tip. The first top tip to understanding fast English is to listen for key words. When listening to fast English, many learners try to understand and translate every single word they hear in their head. But in real life, native speakers don't pronounce every word clearly and slowly, so it's very easy to miss things. But remember, not every word is important. So instead of trying to understand every single word, just focus on the key words or the content words. These are the words in the sentence that carry the most meaning or the most importance, and they are usually nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Let's compare these two ways of listening. I'm going to say a sentence. I want you to try and understand every single word. Here we go. So if you'd like to grab a coffee later, I was thinking we could go to that new place near the station. Okay, how difficult was that? How many words did you actually understand? Did you get the meaning of the sentence? Now, try listening again, and this time just focus your brain on the content words, the important key words in the sentence. So if you'd like to grab a coffee later, I was thinking we could go to that new place near the station. If you were listening out for the key words, you would have heard grab, coffee, go, new place, station. So just focusing on those key words, you could understand that I was saying there's a new coffee place near the station and I'm suggesting that we go. Let's try this with another example. This time only focus on the key words of the sentence and ignore the words that you cannot hear or that I do not pronounce clearly. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I might be a little late because there's some traffic on the way. If you were listening for key words, you should have heard late, traffic, on the way. So you would be able to infer that I'm telling you I'm going to be late because there's some traffic. So here's a top tip for you to improve this skill. When you are doing listening practice, whether it's a podcast, an audiobook, or a YouTube video, try not to pause the video every time you don't understand a word. Instead, focus on the key words, the ones that are clear, that you can hear and understand. And that should help you to get the main idea of the speaker's message. Tip number 2 is to use context to guess meaning. Sometimes when you're listening to another speaker, they might use a word or phrase that you've never heard before. Instead of panicking and completely losing the meaning of the sentence, you can use a clever trick, which is to infer or guess the meaning of the word or phrase using the context of the sentence. Let me demonstrate this with an example. Imagine you hear this conversation. Oh, I can't believe I forgot my umbrella today. It's pouring outside. You might hear the word pouring and think, what does that mean? However, you can use the context of this situation to guess. We've talked about not having an umbrella. The speaker has expressed frustration that they don't have an umbrella, and then they say it's pouring outside. We know that you use an umbrella in the rain. So if they say it's pouring outside, we can assume that pouring is another word for raining, and it may in fact indicate very heavy or very severe rain. Do you see how we've used the context of the sentence and the word that we do know, umbrella, to guess the meaning of a new word? Let's try another one. You hear someone say, "Oh, I've had a really long day. I'm completely shattered." What could the word shattered mean? Use the context and also the speaker's tone of voice. Oh, I've had a really long day. I'm completely shattered. Hopefully you were able to infer and use the context to realize that the word shattered means very, very tired. And well done if you got that right. So a top tip for how to improve this skill. Firstly, try to listen to real conversations where you will be exposed to a range of different words and phrases. Look for clues such as the situation, the speaker's tone of voice, their body language, and other words they use that can help you guess the meaning. And finally, don't pause too much. Try to follow the dialogue or the audio and focus on the parts that you do understand. Here's a pro tip. Next time you hear a new word, instead of looking it up straight away in a dictionary, try to guess the meaning of the word from the context. This is a really great exercise to improve your vocabulary knowledge. If you're enjoying this video and finding these tips useful, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. This way you can be notified every time I release a new English language learning video. Thank you so much for your support, and now let's end with our third and final tip. Tip number 3 is to practice the shadowing technique to help your brain process English more quickly. What is the shadowing technique? Shadowing is where you listen to English and repeat it immediately, trying to imitate the way the speaker pronounces the words. It helps your brain get used to the natural rhythm and speed of native speaker English. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to practice shadowing. Step 1. Choose an audio clip. It could be a YouTube video or an audiobook, a podcast, or any TV show or movie. Listen once to the clip without subtitles. Next, you're going to listen again. This time, repeat what the speaker says immediately after they say it. Don't worry if you miss a word, just keep going. Do this multiple times until you can match the speaker's speed and pronunciation. Let's try an example right now. I'm going to say a sentence. First, just listen. Then I will say it again. Listen and try to repeat. Here we go. I'm going to grab some coffee. Do you want anything? Now try shadowing. I'm going to grab some coffee. Do you want anything? Instead of saying each word separately, try to say it quickly and smoothly, just like me. I'm going to grab some coffee. Do you want anything? So why does shadowing work? Well, firstly, it trains your brain to process words at native speaker speed and gets you used to hearing this speed of English. It improves your listening and pronunciation at the same time. And it also helps you to stop translating in your head. So these are just some of the benefits of shadowing. If you'd like to have a go for yourself, I will put a link in the description below this video so you can check it out. A top tip for shadowing: start by slowing down the audio if you can, and then gradually speed up until you can match the speaker's speed of speech. So there you have it. If you follow all the tips in this video, you should be able to train your brain to really understand English. Now, what if you understand English, but you want to sound more like a native speaker in your pronunciation? Well, I have all the answers for you in this video right here.